Hello, my name is Chris Dew, Director of Product Management at E1 Solutions. Today we are going to cover Dynamics NAV integration with Dynamics 365 Customer Engagement. We will show how we can connect those two systems in an easy yet flexible way using SmartConnect. Starting inside of Dynamics NAV, you can see I have a customer record open, and I will make a simple change to this address by adding a suite number to the second address field. I want to point out two distinct properties of this customer. You can see that there is a balance due, and additionally we have a language that's been specified as German inside of NAV. Now we will jump inside of Dynamics 365 and see the changes to this address as well as the other information. I hit refresh on the account, which is the customer record inside of NAV, and you can now see that the suite has been added to the customer address. Let's go ahead and add a phone number so we can show that changes made in Dynamics 365 can also update NAV. Before we jump back into NAV to see the changes, I want to point out a couple things that happened on the initial integration. You can see the language field has been added as a custom attribute on the account entity in Dynamics 365. This was created to track the language that was specified in NAV and utilizes an option set that SmartConnect populates given the values we received from NAV. SmartConnect gives you the ability to work with any custom attribute or custom entity in Dynamics 365 and even any custom page inside of NAV. Another thing I want to point out is the activities area of this record. You can see I have a task created called Over Credit Limit. Many people don't think about automatically adding a task in Dynamics 365 from NAV data, but that's exactly what we did. Because the customer inside of NAV had a balance due, I simply used SmartConnect to create this activity to make a phone call, and now we can check on that customer. It's scenarios like these, and I'm sure you have a whole bunch more, that really make automation become really fun. What I'd like to show you next is that the integration between NAV and Dynamics 365 is bidirectional and not just a one-way street. Looking at the customer card, we can see that that phone number that was entered inside of Dynamics 365 is now updated. There's many options on when you want this to run and what conditions that should send it through to the other system. Let's dive in now and see what is actually making all of this work. If we go into the SmartConnect mapping or integration, you can see our data source is a real-time event from Dynamics 365, so it will automatically be sent through to the other system, which happens to be NAV. You also have options to track changes or just send through a bulk set of records at one time. What I want to point out is that any of the page services that are available for NAV can be used. If you want additional integration points, then you simply check the box to publish those web services inside of NAV, and SmartConnect will make it available. We're using the customer card, so as the mapping window comes up, you can see that our data source, in this case Dynamics 365, is on the left, and our destination, NAV, is on the right. The mapping between the two can be as easy as dragging and dropping from one side to the other. I can also just select it from a list, and if I don't want it mapped anymore, simply select it and delete. A point to raise is that you may have special transformations that need to be done to your data. You may need extra information from inside NAV by getting that key from the page or just a specific field value back. If you want transformations, translations, or calculations, SmartConnect can do all the heavy lifting and let you control the mapping with ease. Alright, let's jump out of this map, and I want to go into another type of map, one that is going the other direction, that is, from NAV to Dynamics 365. And instead of just pulling the other side of the equation for the account, I have a map that is updating price lists in Dynamics 365 in bulk instead of real time. This happens to be one of the templates that you can download. And you can see we're using the item card as the page for this data source. In the mapping, we're pointing to the price lists, and you'll notice a couple of things immediately. Some extra fields appear in the mapping, and these are transformation fields for Dynamics 365. There are many types of Dynamics 365 fields that can be hard to work with. Things like activity parties, relationships, or maybe just getting a unique identifier behind the scenes. And even option sets can pose a challenge sometimes. SmartConnect has these transformations built in to make your life a little bit easier, and once you have the fields added, you can simply drag and drop and map just like any data source field. Additionally, you have the ability to add tasks to maps to handle more processes that may need to run either before or after map. Here you can see tasks like sending an email or running another map on success or failure give you an incredible amount of flexibility. The last thing I should mention inside this map is scheduling. The map we have open is using a bulk data source and isn't a real-time map like the others. You can schedule bulk maps or even maps that track changes, and now you have the flexibility on how often you want an integration to run. This map is set up to run daily, starting at 8 in the morning, and I've chosen to repeat every 60 minutes. I can do that all day long if I want, or in this case, I have the map running for 10 hours. With the SmartConnect scheduler, no one needs to be logged into SmartConnect, no one needs to be logged into NAV, and no one needs to be logged into Dynamics 365 to make all these things happen. SmartConnect controls everything for you and can even send an email when errors occur. Speaking of errors, handling errors can be very critical in scheduled or real-time processes. And we've given you an interface for working with the failed records in both our rich client that I've been showing you all day and also our web client. If we look further into this error from one of our real-time maps, we can see that it is an error trying to create the task in Dynamics 365 because I didn't have something set up correctly. This interface allows me to make changes to the data or simply resubmit now that I've fixed this setup issue. We can now see that the record has integrated successfully. Let me bring everything home for you as we conclude this video. We took a look at several maps today, and after I restrict the view to show only NAV maps, a lot of these are coming from templates that you can download from our website, import, and have an amazing place to start. I say place to start because every business is unique, and you will have custom fields or processes that must be handled, and you will find that SmartConnect gives you that ability. Thank you for your time, and have a great day. Conclude this video. We took a look at several maps today, and after I restrict the view to show only NAV maps, a lot of these are coming from templates that you can download from our website, import, and have an amazing place to start. I say place to start because every business is unique. You will have custom fields or processes that must be handled, and you will find that SmartConnect gives you that ability. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.
To learn more about SmartConnect and your integration options, go to e1solutions.com, where you can take a product tour, start a trial, and see more integration templates.